In the majestic realm of Asgard, where the gods revelled in eternal glory, Thor, the god of thunder, awoke to a world plunged into chaos. His mighty hammer Mjolnir was nowhere to be found. Panic gripped Asgard as whispers of a giant's mischief reached the ears of the gods. Thor's eyes glowed with thunderous fury when he learned that Thrym, a cunning giant, had stolen Mjolnir. Thrym demanded the hand of Freya, the fairest goddess, in exchange for the return of the hammer. Thor, fueled by determination, vowed to retrieve Mjolnir at any cost. Odin, the Allfather, convened a council of the gods to devise a plan. Loki, ever the trickster, proposed a daring scheme. Disguised as Freya, with a flowing bridal gown and a golden veil, Thor embarked on a journey to Thrym's fortress in the icy land of the giants. As Thor approached the giant's lair, the ground quaked beneath his mighty strides. Thrym eagerly prepared for the wedding feast. The gods, watching from Asgard, marveled at the sight of Thor adorned in bridal attire, but with the fiery gaze of a storm. The feast began, and Thrym presented Mjolnir as a token of love to his bride. Seizing the opportunity, Thor revealed his true identity with a roar that echoed through the realms. He snatched Mjolnir, and with lightning flashing, he unleashed a tempest of fury upon the giants. Thor's might revealed and prevailed, and he returned to Asgard triumphant, Mjolnir in his hand. The gods erupted in cheers, celebrating the courage and cunning of their thunderous hero. The Lay of Thrym, translated from the Poetic Edda. Thrym, a giant bold and sly, stole Mjolnir, made Thor sigh. To the land of giants he did flee, hidden well beneath a tree. Thor was furious, thunder roared. A quest to find his hammer he swore. Loki, the trickster, had a plan. Dress Thor as a bride, a daring man. In bridal robes Thor did dress, a necklace of jewels in a lovely mess. To Thrym's hall they made their way, deception in the air for the stolen prey. Thrym was delighted, his prize in sight. Mjolnir as a gift brought him delight. The bride he kissed a thunderous peck. Thor's patience waned, he'd break his neck. With Mjolnir in hand, a thunderous roar, giants fell, the hall's floor. Thor, the bride, a hero bold, Mjolnir's might, a tale retold. The story of Thor and Hrungnir. His shield was of stone and was broad and thick, and he was holding this shield before him as he stood at Grotjungard waiting for Thor. His weapon was a flintstone which he swung over his shoulders, and altogether he presented a most formidable aspect. On one side of him stood the giant of clay, who was named Mokkarkalfa. He was so exceedingly terrified that it is said that he wet himself when he saw Thor. Thor proceeded to the duel, and Thjalfa was with him. Thjalfa ran forward to where Hrungnir was standing and said to him, "You stand illy guarded, giant. You hold the shield before you, but Thor has seen you." He goes down into the earth and will attack you from below." Then Hrungnir thrust the shield under his feet and stood on it, but the flintstone he seized with both his hands. The next that he saw were flashes of lightning, and he heard loud crashings. And then he saw Thor in his Asa might, advancing with impetuous speed, swinging his hammer and hurling it from afar at Hrungnir. Hrungnir seized the flintstone with both his hands and threw it against the hammer. They met in the air, and the flintstone broke. One part fell to the earth, and from it have come the flint mountains. The other part hit Thor's head with such force that he fell forward to the ground. But the hammer, Mjolnir, hit Hrungnir right in the head and crushed his skull in small pieces. He himself fell forward over Thor, so that his foot lay upon Thor's neck. Meanwhile, Thalfa attacked Mokakalfa, who fell with but little honor. Then Thalfa went to Thor and was to take Hrungnir's foot off from him, but he had not the strength to do it. When the Asas learnt that Thor had fallen, they all came to take the giant's foot off, but none of them was able to move it.